Hello, welcome to the live. Today we're going to talk about how to actually trust in your manifestation. Of course, if you can hear me, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to go ahead and get started with today's topic again. Today's topic is how to trust in your manifestation. And so this is the biggest thing that people struggle with when it comes to manifesting is trusting that when they put out their dream, it's actually going to show up. All right. And so I want to share with you guys some strategies to make you very good at trusting in the universe. All right. And of course, if you guys have questions about manifestation, feel free to go ahead and drop them into the chat. I already see one super chat here from Valerie Loves. I'll get to that in just a minute. Thank you so much for the super. I'll answer that in a moment. But yeah, if you guys have questions, go ahead and drop them into the chat. And as I'm going through, I'll stop and answer some of them. Okay. All right. So again, today's topic is how to actually trust in your manifestation. And so I have a few suggestions. And these are things that I've noticed have made a huge impact in my ability to just put a dream out there and actually believe that it's going to show up so that it does. All right, so let's jump in with the first one. Get one out of the way right away, and then I'll come through and answer a couple questions. Okay. So the first one I thought about today because we're in the holiday season right now. All right. And so during the holiday season, you see a lot of stuff for Christmas, Santa Claus, presents, all that kind of stuff. And it reminded me about this element of trust that's very helpful. All right. And it has to do with developing a sense of wonder about the world around you. Now, this may not seem related to trust, but it really is. Okay. So the reason why is if you think about children, not all children, but children as an age group are usually much better manifestors than adults. And one of the big reasons for this is that they have a sense of wonder about the world. So if you think about children most children do not have to do a lot of work to get the things that they want. So you may be going to work every day and you may be cleaning all the dishes and doing all the diapers and doing all the work to keep your life in order. But most young children don't have to do just about anything, and their needs are still met. Okay, so they're still given clothing, they're still giving shelter, they're still given food. We have a season, almost like a whole season, that's dedicated to giving kids presents and this sense of wonder and Santa Claus, and we naturally feel compelled to give to children, and children naturally manifest things to take care of themselves. Whereas adults, as we get older, we've generally lost trust. Okay, a lot of adults lose trust over time, and so they become less trusting and they become more pessimistic about the world. They become more realistic about the world, and so they start to manifest a world that reinforces that sense of distrust. But children don't do that. And so, a really great thing to help amplify trust in your life is to develop a sense of wonder about the world and also to become more childlike. All right. So, again, this really will help you start to develop kind of this sense that things are working out for you. The world is a fun place. This is exciting. So when you think about kids have that sense. They have this sense of adventure and excitement and wanting to learn things and being awed by things. And because that's the vibration they're putting out, they manifest things that they want and that they need without them having to do anything. All right. And so this is something that you want to cultivate in your own life. So you want to start to get away from being a realist and being pessimistic, obviously. And you want to start to look at the world through the eyes of a child. What are the really amazing things going on? What are the fun things going on? Try new things, learn new things, step into that childlike perception. Because when you have that kind of a relationship with the universe, you're going to start to manifest things very easily because you're expecting wonder, you're expecting fun, and you're just trusting things are going to work out. All right, that's the other thing about children. Children don't believe that they need to do a bunch of work to get the things that they want. They just trust that things are going to work out. And so developing a more childlike attitude and a sense of wonder is a really great way to naturally start to develop more trust. And as a bonus, it's fun. It's easy to do. So if you're somebody who doesn't do this, it's a good opportunity for you to start having more fun, trying new things, looking at things that are interesting through a sense of wonder and amazement will really do wonders for improving your sense of trust. All right. Again, welcome to the live. Just say hello here real quick. Hello, Abundant Queen, Cowlitz Bill, the Focal Project Beats, Pedro starting at 50, my lovely assistant Mary, good morning, Anna, Festive Potato Headdress, Picket Music, Valerie D, Frank or Frank, hello. I'm also on Facebook today. Hello, Mike. Nice to see you guys. And of course, if you guys have questions, go ahead and drop them into the chat. I do have a question real quick. I want to get that's a super before I keep moving on here. Valerie wrote a question here. What's your question, Valerie? Hi, dear Andrea. Can you offer any tips on how I may manifest my soulmate? I am sick and tired of kissing all the frogs. Okay. Well, you don't have to kiss them, first of all. Manifesting the soulmate. Okay. So, yeah. So here's the thing about the soulmates. And I also like with the idea of the twin flames, and especially in this kind of community, a lot of us are interested in spiritual type topics. And we like the idea of a divine counterpart or somebody that you're destined to be with and all of that. All right. A lot of what goes behind that, though, gets in the way of you actually manifesting that person. So what I mean by that is that if we have this belief structure that I am incomplete without this counterpart, then we have to understand that the message we're projecting is, I am incomplete. I am incomplete. I am incomplete. And what we will attract, therefore, is a partner that reciprocates that, keeps us feeling incomplete. So some frogs, if you will. All right. So if you want to manifest a perfect match, okay, or somebody that's like really good for you, or somebody that meets you on that level, what you have to understand is that you want to be radiating the message of I am complete. I am complete. So I stand on my own in perfection, so to speak. And I don't mean that you need to be a perfectionist. I mean, you have a high degree of self-love. You believe in yourself. You think that you're a wonderful person. You think that you have a lot to offer. You don't feel that there's a void, okay? But rather, I am complete. And when you send out that message, the people that you bring back are also complete in and of themselves. And so then you end up with a partnership where both of you are meeting on a high level, okay? So that's the big thing. Can you guys hear the lawn care guys? Let me know. They're here early. They're here early. If you can hear them, let me know. All right. But yes, again, today's topic is how to actually trust in your manifestation. Trust in your manifestation. All right. So the first thing that I talked about is developing a sense of being more childlike, which is important. Okay. Again, children trust. Children have a high sense of trust. And because they have a high sense of trust, they naturally manifest things much easier than adults who adults have generally become more distrusting. Okay. Which is why adults have to work harder to get all the kinds of things that they want. All right. So you want to become more childlike. That's the first thing. Develop a sense of wonder, try new things, learn new things, get excited about the world. That will naturally make you more childlike. It will naturally make you more trusting like a child. Let's do the next one. Okay. So for the next one, This one has to do with the amount of asking that you do. So with the law of attraction, a lot of times people have a handful of things that they want to manifest, and they're usually big. Okay, so I want to manifest the soulmate. That was one. I want to manifest the dream home. I want to manifest $2 million. Okay, there's like these big goals that people will have, and they really kind of put all of their eggs into that basket, and they're only asking for a few things. And so the problem with that as a manifesting strategy is if you're only asking for really big things infrequently, you're not really giving yourself an opportunity to allow yourself to receive so that you develop trust. So what I mean by that is that it's a really great strategy for you to start asking all the time for all kinds of stuff. Because if you ask all the time for all kinds of stuff, you're going to start to see, especially the lower resistance things, are going to come back to you really easily. And then you're able to trust that, oh, I put it out, it came back. I put it out, it came back. I put it out, it came back. So that's a really great way to start to enhance your manifesting and your trusting is simply by asking for more things. So let me give you some examples. I don't just ask for big stuff. I ask for stuff all day long. Okay, so like before this live, I'm asking to have a good time on the live. Let's get some good questions on the live. I'll ask for things like that. I ask for things like good timing. I ask for things like if I go shopping, let me find the perfect outfit. If I have a problem, big or small, ask for the solution. Sometimes I'm not sure what to ask, so I'll just ask for let's have some fun surprises today. But every day you want to be asking. Because if you're asking on a consistent basis, you're going to start to get results. And when you get results, then you trust. Okay, so like yesterday, I took my son to the orthodontist to get his braces tightened. And on the way, we noticed on the clock that it was 11:11. It's 11:11. Isaac, make a wish. Okay, he made his wish. I made my wish. We get to the orthodontist appointment. He goes back to get his teeth tightened, and I open up my email. Well, the wish that I had made it was a simple wish. I'm like, I'd like to see some more sales when I get to the orthodontist office. That's what I'd like to see. So I opened up my email, and at 1:12, there was a sale for $40. Now, that's not like the world's biggest sale. It's not life-changing, but I asked for something and I got it back. And because I do things like that on a regular basis, I'm constantly reminded that I can trust that when I ask, things come back. I can trust that when I ask, things come back. And so asking for things like that on a regular basis is really, really great for developing trust so that when you ask for the bigger things, they come a lot more naturally. Alan can hear it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're like right there. I can like wave at them. Rainbow Traveling Yogi, Mercury's in retrograde, probably behind your early lawn care. Yeah, it is. Mercury retrograde. Fun fact about Mercury retrograde, guys, you can use it to your advantage. Mercury retrograde is really great for doing things like cleaning out your home, editing things, going back and looking over old projects. Don't try to push forward too much during Mercury retrograde. Instead, review. That's helpful. All right. Got another super chat just came in here. Matilda? Matilda asks, is it normal to experience the opposite of what you want to manifest? I am struggling to trust my manifestation because the opposite has happened. Yes, it's very common. Okay, very common. A lot of people, and this is one of the reasons why it's hard for people to trust, because when you ask for something, you have to understand what vibration are you asking from. Okay, so if you ask for something and you feel a sense of positive expectation, naturally, you're not kidding yourself, you actually genuinely believe that that's going to come, then it will, because the universe responds to your vibration and your expectation. But if you ask for something and you feel unsteady about it, or you feel like it's not going to happen, or you're worried about it, then what will happen is the opposite. you'll actually manifest the exact opposite of what you want to happen. So it's actually very common that when people ask for things, a lot of times they get the exact opposite of what they want. And it's not because the law of attraction isn't working, it's because it is working. Okay, so what you want to be doing is when things like that happen, first of all, don't beat yourself up. Okay, that's the first thing, because you don't want to push against the problem, because then you keep the problem active. Instead, when you see those things happen, what's helpful for me is to go back and acknowledge, oh, yeah, I didn't think that was going to work out. So, of course, I manifested the opposite. Okay, and take back ownership that it actually did work rather than it didn't work. Okay, don't push against it. But the other part of that is too, is that when you ask for things, you want to be in a really positive state. Don't be spending a lot of time thinking about the things that you want when you're feeling bummed out. Okay, that's not the time to visualize, journal, none of that. Okay, when you're not in a good mood, your only objective is get back in a high vibration. When you're in a high vibration and you're feeling positive, then you ask for the things that you want to help avoid that situation as much as possible. Got another super here from Cherrylicious. Thank you. And thank you, Matilda. Cherrylicious asks, how can I manifest a lighter skin tone? I have pictures and vision boards of women with skin tones that I want to achieve, and have also tried lightening creams, but no luck. Any tips? Yeah, okay, so if it's not working, when things aren't working, when you're trying to create something and it's not working for you, so that's what's going on right now, what you want to do, that's always most helpful for me, make peace with where you are and almost convince yourself that you don't want what you want. So it's like reverse psychology. Okay, so my skin tone is darker. See, and here's the other thing. I wish I had darker skin. I'm like so pale. So so we have the opposite problem here, right? So this is one thing to understand. There are people out there that wish that they had darker skin. Okay. Or some people would love to have this color skin. Or you know what, if I had lighter skin, then I need to be more worried about sun care. If I had lighter skin, I need to be more worried about sun damage. Like, talk up in your mind the benefits of having more melanin, or the benefits of being darker complected. Build that up in your mind to the point where you no longer need the lighter skin. Because once that happens, then the lightening cream or the skin will lighten, or something will happen, or a procedure will unveil itself. Something will come that will allow that to work for you. The reason it's not working is because we need it to work. When you decide you don't need it to work anymore, then it will. So celebrate the skin that you have. Get it to the point where you almost don't even want the light skin anymore. Then things will work out. Okay, it's reverse psychology. It happens all the time. The second you stop wanting it, that's when it shows up. So if you're wanting something too much, that's always my best suggestion. All right, guys, and quick plug, of course. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel and follow me over on Facebook. I do lives like this every single week, and I'd love for you to join me. It's fun talking to you guys. I do enjoy it. And then also, if you are new to my work and you haven't yet, please feel free to go ahead and take my manifesting test. So we talked a little bit about how you can develop trust by actually seeing things work. Well, the manifesting test is one thing that you can absolutely do. It's a very quick and free 5-minute test where you can put something out and watch it come back, and to prove to yourself that the law of attraction is real and that you can manifest the things that you want to manifest. And so if you'd like to take that test, you can see it over at manifestingtest.com. Again, that's manifestingtest.com. My lovely assistant, Mary, is dropping the links for that test, I see, into the chat. So feel free to go ahead and click that link if you'd like to take the test. But again, manifestingtest.com is the direct link. All right, that's the plug. Oh, we got another super here. I'll answer real quick before we move on from Matilda. I keep seeing 888 and 8888, but yet nothing is changing in my reality. What does this mean? Oh, great question. There's a lot of misinformation out there about the numbers, guys. Okay. Like, just because you see an 1111 or you see an 888 doesn't mean that your dream's going to come true. Okay. What it means is in the moment that happened, you were in alignment with that numerical pattern, but your vibration is shifting all the time. Okay. So you might have been in the zone in the moment that you saw that. But if then you were not in the zone, you wouldn't manifest in that moment. So when you get the numbers, don't start looking for your dream. That's what happens. People see the numbers and like, oh, well, the dream's coming. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And then they start looking for it and it starts running away from them. Okay. Don't do that. Instead, I saw the number. Ooh, I'm in alignment right now. Good for me. Just take that good energy and amplify it. I'm in alignment. I'm in alignment. Don't use it as a condition for you getting the thing that you want, because the second you do that, you fall back into pushing away. Okay. All right. Again, guys, today's topic is how to trust in the universe that your dream is actually going to manifest. All right. So we talked about becoming more childlike. We talked about releasing more dreams for more opportunities to trust. Here's the next one. Appreciation. This is a good old fashioned, we all know that we need to be appreciating, but did you know that appreciation is actually a way that you develop trust? You develop trust when you appreciate. What I mean by this is a lot of times people are waiting to appreciate until the big things show up. So when the soulmate comes, then I'm going to appreciate. When the money shows up, then I'm going to appreciate. But instead, we want to be appreciating for all the stuff. So this 888 question is a good example. If you see something like that, like if numerical patterns are a good sign to you, if I see a 111 or an 888, I'm saying, thank you. Thank you. Because what that's doing is demonstrating that I acknowledge that I can trust that good things are being brought to me. Good things are being brought to me, and I'm acknowledging that there is a source almost like outside of myself. It's not really outside of you, but there's this source that is bringing to me the things that I need, and I'm acknowledging that. The more the things that you find to appreciate, the more that you're saying energetically, I trust things are working out. I trust that good things are coming. I'm thankful for the things that are showing up. And we're acknowledging that we're being taken care of. We don't have to do all the work. We're being taken care of. So you really want to start to appreciate all kinds of stuff. Sunny day, good traffic, good hair day, friendly coworker. Appreciate, appreciate, appreciate. This worked out, this worked out, this worked out, this worked out. That's going to allow a lot more to come into your life, and it's going to help you become a stronger truster. Because if you've been saying thank you to the universe or God or spirit or whomever all day, every day for all the good things, when you put out a bigger dream, you're going to believe that that higher power, whomever, can take care of it. Why? Because you've been thanking them for all this stuff all over the place anyway. You already know that you can be taken care of. So don't be stingy with the appreciation. Anyone goes overboard with that is humanly possible. Ravi, thank you for this super sticker. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. T Sherry Baby, 5. Okay, let's see. Is this your first one? First super chat. Thank you so much. I have found myself through your teachings and I love you forever. Can't wait to meet you in person. Question, is your membership every year or one-time pay? Ooh, good question. There's two options. There's a month-to-month, and then there's an annual membership. So the annual membership, I want to say it's like 30% less over the course of the year, but then you only pay for it once per year. Or you can do the higher payment and just do it month to month. Cancel whenever you want, no contracts. And when you cancel, you get to the end of whatever period is that you wanted. Okay, so if you have any other questions, let us know. You can contact Mary or our contact page for that. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then as for the membership, I do have a membership, guys. So if you're interested, we'll have Mary go ahead and drop the link for that. Mary, if you could drop the link for the membership program into both chats, if you're interested in learning about that. The membership program has a bunch of content that's not on YouTube. I have over 300 resources on it currently, and I do add to it month to month. So each month you get new downloads from me. You also get login access to my app. So if you're interested, check that out. But again, today, guys, we're talking about how to actually trust in your manifestation. That is today's topic. All right, so Again, we've talked about appreciation, becoming more childlike, releasing more dreams. Okay, here's the next one. Here's the next one, to develop trust in your manifestation. This one's a simple one, and yet a lot of people just don't do it, okay? It's the simple act as if principle. Act as if it's going to work out. Now, I don't mean you need to lie to yourself or that you need to lie to anybody else, but act as if, meaning you don't want to be talking negatively about your dream. You don't want to be meek and mild about your dream. You don't want to be holding back about your dream. Rather, you kind of want to be bold and confident with whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest. This attitude of being kind of bold, confident, and in charge. So let me just give you an example, okay? It was just a clear-cut example on a smaller level, and hopefully you can take this example and apply it to really anything it is that you want to manifest, big or small. All right. So, one thing that I've worked on over the years is being able to manifest positive interactions with people socially. So, when I was younger, I was a little bit more socially awkward. I was kind of shy. It was kind of hard for me to, like, if I went to a party, I kind of had a hard time fitting in. And so one of the things that I wanted to get good at manifesting was being able to be in social groups and kind of be in the mix or be kind of the life of the party. I wanted to be able to do that. And so this aspect right here, the act as if, is enormously helpful in that situation. So let's say that I want to manifest having a good time at the Christmas party and being in the mix. Well, how I walk into that party has everything to do with what I'm going to get out of it. If I walk in there all meek and mild with my head down and go sit in the corner and wait for everyone to come to me, it's not going to happen. Because the message that I'm projecting is, I don't belong here. I feel awkward here. I need other people's approval. And then what I manifest is people staying away from me and reinforcing those feelings. And that's what I used to do. I used to want people to come talk to me, but they wouldn't because that wasn't the vibration that I was putting out. So now I know when you walk in the party, walk in, shoulders back, look people in the eye, say hello, like just it's simple, but act as if people are going to want to speak to me, talk to me, be around me. And that simple shift, just acting confident, not even believing that I was confident, just acting confident, totally revolutionized social experiences for me. So now I know what to do. Put me in any group at any time. It's just as simple as acting as if I'm confident. That's it. Then they show up. That's the way you want to be presenting. Okay. It is acting as if you trust. You don't even have to trust. Just act as if you do. Act as if you trust the sale of the home is going to go through. Act as if that client is going to close. Act as if that person's going to find you attractive. You don't have to believe it. Okay. Just act as if you trust, because your mind is going to follow your behavior. If you act confident, your mind will start to believe confident. If you act like you trust, your mind will start to believe that it trusts. So you can trick your mind just by pretending to be that way. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Oh, we got another super chat here. Hi, Jessica. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Jessica asks, hi, Andrea. I run my own hair biz. 1 week, I make a lot. And then the next, hardly anything. It scares me. How can I trust I'll make enough to pay the bills? Okay, so the good news is, so we always want to look at what's working. Okay, that's the first thing, Jessica, because when you look at what's working, it's going to work for you more. So did you know, Jessica, a lot of people start businesses and don't know how to make money at all. Okay, so you have already started to do that. So that's the first thing I'd be focusing on is I'm able to get good money. Money is coming in. There are times that money comes in, okay? Because then the message that I'm putting out is, I know how to do this. I know how to get customers. The money's coming in. We want to get away from the weeks that it's not working. It's not working. Things aren't coming. They aren't working out for me. The money's not coming. We want to turn our mind away from that as much as possible and focus on what is working. Now, if you're having a hard time, here's the thing. This happens a lot with people in business and in sales. It's something I talk about a lot in my Entrepreneur Fast Lane program. So that program is all about generating sales and business and customers. This is a super common phenomenon, okay? When you get a sale or a client or a customer, you're suddenly going to be like, wow, I can do this. This is working. And then you immediately become a match for another and you celebrate it. And then you're a match for another. And then you celebrate it and you're a match for another. Okay. That's what happens. So you'll get on this little tear where for a week or a month or even a year for some people, things are working. But if at some point in time, maybe you're having a bad day, maybe something at home screwed up your vibration, who knows? But the sales start to dwindle or the clients don't call. If you pay attention and say, I'm losing my mojo, it isn't working out, then you get less. I'm losing my mojo, it isn't working out, then you get less. And so there's this cycle that will occur a lot of times with things like sales, subscribers, clients, commissions. It works and then it doesn't, and then it works and it doesn't. And it's just because your mind is focusing on what is. So you want to train your mind to don't just focus on what is, focus on what is going well. What is going well. And so if you have a situation where the money does start to dry up, what you can do is in the moment, this is what I do. Okay. Yay, I've got some free time. Got some free time now. Now I can tidy up the salon. Now I've got time to work on marketing. Now I got time for my family. And so now if things aren't working out, I find a way to notice that they still are working out. So I'm not projecting the message that I'm not getting sales. I'm projecting the message that things are flowing easy for me. I've got time to get everything done. And so those two things in tandem, when things are really moving, celebrating, I'm getting sales. When things move slowly, I've got time. Those two things together, honestly, are the reason why I make as much money as I do. And I only work no more than 3 hours a day because I amplify both of those. So you have an opportunity, I guess is my point. I hope that makes sense. Sajid over on Facebook asks, hi, I gave someone an amount as a loan. She is not paying it back, although the deadline is over a long time ago. She broke her commitment several times. Can I manifest that she is paying back shortly? Here's what I suggest, Sajid. First of all, stop giving her money, okay? Okay. I had a similar situation happen with a family member once where they wanted money, but then they didn't want to pay it back, but then they wanted more money, but then they didn't want to pay it back. Here's the way I would look at that, okay? I would just let the money go. And I would say, thank you for letting me know I no longer need to pay this person any money. Because now in your own mind, you know they're not going to pay you back. And I would look at that as they're not going to pay me back, so they can just have it. You can have it. It's fine. Now, I did that with a family member where I'm like, you know what? That's fine. She can have it. She's not going to give her any more. She can have it. And wouldn't you know, then she paid me back. But you really have to be in that place of let it go. Like, you know what? Thank you. That's the last payment I ever got to make this person because I know I'm never giving them any more money. So now I don't have to deal with that headache anymore. Thank you. And then they might just give it back. But you know what? Even if they do, don't give them any more money because energetically, you've already been spent. Okay? Hope that's helpful. T Sherry Baby, another super chat here. Thank you. I'm looking to expand my content creator coaching business and want to do it accurately. Do I offer one-on-one mentorships? No, I don't. I used to do one-on-ones, but I just didn't have the time to keep up with everybody. So I do have a couple of programs that do come with some coaching, but it's not ongoing coaching. The Extreme Abundance program comes with a session, and then the Manifesting Fast Lane program comes with 2 sessions. And once in a blue moon, I will offer individual sessions, But as an ongoing thing, no. But thank you for your interest and for your super. Okay. Is it Jazz? I see you a lot. Is it Jazz? Is it for Jasmine? I could be wrong, but I see you around. So thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Andrea. I love you and your teaching. I'd like to start a coaching business using Vedic astrology, and law of attraction concepts. Please, can you give some guidance to make it work together? Thank you. Well, I love that. I love astrology, and you probably heard this. I'm not as skilled with Vedic as I am Western, but I think the same thing kind of holds true. Okay, so trying to merge together the idea of fate and destiny with the law of attraction, because the law of attraction is all about you create your own reality. And then when we look at something like astrology, the message that we often get is your destiny is already mapped out. Okay. But I love astrology and I use it all the time. The way that I use it, okay, that makes sense to me in terms of merging manifestation with astrology is that astrology really tells you where you are. It's a way of providing a map where you are. So you can look at what's going on with you inside of a chart. It's going to tell you what you're projecting. That's what it's going to tell you. So you can make changes, okay? You can make changes, but you'll always notice that what's going on in astrology, new planetary alignments are occurring. New types of aspects are coming into focus. There's always something new that's going on because astrology, whether or not you guys watching know this or not, I'm sure that Jazz knows, very, very complicated. It's not just, hey, I'm a Virgo, hey, I'm an Aquarius. No, it's very, very complicated and detailed. And so you can use these nuances to kind of show you where you're going. So that I think is exceptionally helpful. The other thing that I like to think of in terms of astrology is that it kind of tells you how you showed up, perhaps why you entered into this life, what you were creating as you came into this life. So I look at it as a map. I hope that's helpful. Yeah, I think there's definitely a way to merge it for sure. For sure. So good luck to you. Peace. Today you bought the Superior Fitness program. Ooh, thanks, Peace. Appreciate you. Why Zhen Lao? Question: how to stop feeling that I'm not good enough, shame and guilt when I make trivial mistakes? Oh, that's a lovely question. And yeah, I mean, that's a big thing. So I don't know how you were brought up. I was brought up in a really strict home. So I was, criticized for a lot of things and punished for a lot of things. And I think I think most people are brought up with a lot more criticism than is helpful. And so that can really end up, creating this system within yourself where you feel constantly bad about every little thing that you're doing. Okay. So the big things with that are, again, we want to switch focus. So don't try to stop beating up on yourself because the more you try to stop it, the more you resist it, the more naturally it's going to come. Rather, when those thoughts come up, if you notice them, oh yeah, that's just the old programming. That's just of course I thought that, that's just the old kind of brush it off as that's old programming. Okay. That's part of it. Don't resist. And then when you notice it, just acknowledge it as old programming. The other part is to dial in with the opposing. Okay. So how you are good enough, how you are worthy, how you're doing things correctly. Because what you focus on expands. So this was a big shift for me. I used to think that everything I was doing was wrong. I used to get upset or like, oh, I screwed up. I said the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. And it was debilitating. But as I move forward with self-love concepts and the law of attraction, I would focus on, I did this right. I did that right. I did this properly. Look how that worked out for me. And lasering your mind in on what you're doing right, what you're doing well, why you're a good person, letting that build up. Okay, that voice just needs to become more dominant. Okay. And the way that you do that is by constantly reminding yourself why you are doing things well. Okay. Another thing is take a lot of credit for things going well in your life too. Okay. Stop passing off the credit to other people. Take credit. Evolve You asks, Andrea, how do you keep money coming in consistently and not just when you run out, then you manifest and it comes in where you are always receiving money? Don't fight it going out. Don't fight it going out. When it goes out, it's an opportunity to practice it not being a big issue. Okay, I was thinking about this before the live, and I wasn't sure why I was thinking about it. So maybe it was for this question. Um, People often have this feeling like I need to manifest this pile of money or this many subscribers and there's this sense that I just need more, more, more. Okay. And so if that's what's going on, understand that the constant need for more is a belief in lack. Because if I need more, what I'm saying is what I have isn't enough, or what I have is going to go away. I need a safety net. Okay. So when people really want to amass money, and that's like so important to them, what actually subconsciously happens is that they're projecting this sense of lack of I don't need enough, I don't feel secure. And then situations like that happen where I manifest money, but then I'm back to zero. I manifest money, but then I'm back to zero. I manifest money, but then I'm back to zero. Here's something that is immensely helpful to contemplate and to get in your mind. Somebody who could go through life and not need money at all, or just take it as it came, that person has a more abundant mindset because they're not worried about needing more. So I guess what I'm boiling down to is when you have those moments where it's going down or there's less, well, this just is my opportunity to trust that everything's going to be okay, because it always is. Even when I don't have money, everything's okay, rather than I need this large chunk of money. See, people who are really wealthy, they may not like losing money and they might like making money, but they look at it more as a game and less of this life or death, I need this safety net situation. They risk much larger chunks of money. They gamble it away. They play with it because it's not like it's a life or death thing. When you don't need it, then it will amass for you. Okay? Don't need it so much. You've still been living this whole time without the big pile. So why do you don't need it? But if you tell yourself you need it, then you resist more of it coming. Tortured poet. Ooh, what a name. How to stop regretting over the past, like I wasted months. I wish I could start earlier. Now it's too late to study for exams. Can I revise my past? I want to become a doctor. Now I'm an engineer. I wasted 4 years. You didn't waste anything. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay, you don't know where you're going. I love talking about when it comes to schools and career trajectories, you don't know where you're going. So what I mean by that is right now, you may want to become a doctor and you may very well. But maybe 10 years from now, there's going to be something else that you're wanting and desiring. And you're going to be able to look back and say, wow, I'm really glad I did all that engineering because it perfectly aligns with this career I'm doing now. I went to college and got a degree in psychology, which yielded me absolutely zero job prospects. Okay. Zero job prospects for a long period of time. So after I went to college, I was working as bartender. I was working as a cocktail waitress. Like I wasn't doing anything really with that degree. But today, all of that knowledge really benefits me. And what I do right now requires zero degree. Zero degree. You can get on YouTube with no credentials whatsoever. Lots of people do. Okay. However, that time that I invested in that education has benefited me tremendously. That's the way you want to look at it. Okay. T Sherry Baby, another super chat. Because of my fear of making costly mistakes, I don't make huge decisions, just careful ones. Any recommendations on how to overcome this? Thank you, Andrea. Start with small ones. Small ones. So, if you're fearful of making choices and taking risks, and a lot of people are, okay, that can interfere with manifestation, because a lot of manifestation is about just taking a leap and asking for something and allowing yourself to go somewhere, and that requires a degree of trust, today's theme, and courage. It does. Okay. If that's hard with the larger things, you can train yourself on a smaller level. So if you go out to dinner, take a gamble on the food, take a gamble on the restaurant, take a gamble on the new shirt. Like, step outside. If you feel called to do something that's a little risky, just do it and tell yourself, "Oh, this is an opportunity to practice taking leaps. This is an opportunity to practice taking leaps." And then as you do that, you're going to notice that those things work out for you very well. I felt like I should do this and I did it and it worked. I felt like I should do this and I did it and it worked. And then that will build your trust that you can do that at a higher level. So that's similar to one of the techniques I was telling you guys about before with developing more trust was, releasing more dreams, because the more you release, the more opportunities you have to trust that it's going to work out. Well, the more you take a leap, the more you take a leap, the more you have the opportunity to see that it worked out for you. And then you'll trust at a higher level that you can take bigger leaps and everything's going to be okay. Okay, so start smaller. If you guys have questions, feel free to drop them into the chat. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jay Adam, for the positive vibes from Texas. I used to live in Texas when I was little. I lived in Denton, Texas. Andini asked, which programs come with coaching? The Extreme Abundance program comes with one coaching session, and the Manifesting Fastlane program comes with two. Mary, if you would drop the links to those programs in the chat, that would be helpful. Oh, she already told you. Yeah, but if you drop the links, Mary, that'd be great. Andini asks, Andrea, how to do it acting as if, how is acting as if not the same thing as lying to yourself? Because you're acting. Yeah, you're acting. So it's okay. Okay. So that's why acting as if is a great strategy, because when you act as if I'm pretending. I'm pretending. And pretending is easier than authentically believing this is who I am. So I don't need to walk into the party saying, I'm a confident person. I'm a confident person. I can just walk into the party saying, how would a confident person act? I'm acting and pretending confident. I'm pretending. So it takes the responsibility off of you to actually feel that way. And instead, you're just pretending you're that way. I hope that makes sense. Because, okay, perfect example, standing up taller doesn't require any belief in your confidence. It's just standing up taller. That's it. But it will make you feel more confident. Speaking a little bit louder doesn't require any confidence. It's just speaking a little bit louder. Okay? That's kind of what I'm driving at here. And if there's some things you honestly can't do because they're petrifying to you, then you don't need to do those things. But the things that you can do that are in alignment with the way somebody would believe, or the way someone who would act, who actually believed, do those things that you can, as you can. Hello, Benoit. Thanks for coming in. Nice to see you. Okay. Getting distracted here. Next question. Entrepreneur Spirit asks, Andrea, how do I stay aligned with my quantum beliefs and success vision when my live-in host undermines my goals, saying I'll never succeed? Ooh, I love those people. Those are the best people. Okay, so so the negative Nellies or the people who tell you that you can't do it, those people are great for giving you someone to prove it to. Not because you need to, I'm going to prove them wrong. You know what? Screw you. You're going to see. Take that kind of an attitude towards it. So if somebody doubts you, it's like it gives you a reason to do it anyway. But you have to start to look at it as, oh yeah, I'm going to show you. That's the way you want to look at people like that. Don't push. Okay, so we want everyone to believe. Okay, so business, you have entrepreneur spirit as your tagline there. Okay, business. This is something that often interferes with people who are building businesses early on. Okay, so when you start to build a business, a lot of times, this is common, the people around you are not very supportive. Like your husband doesn't want you to do it. Your mom thinks it's stupid. Your friends don't like your social media posts. Like this is super, super common. Because when we're starting on a new endeavor, we're looking for the outside world to validate us. And so we often end up manifesting a lot of people who don't validate us. When the business owner turns it around is the moment that they start saying, screw all you people, I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. So that's the vibration you want to get into and get excited for those people. Because once you get into that mindset, that person is another source of fuel for you to believe in yourself. Hope that's helpful. Our Family Adventures asks, Dear Andrea, any tips on manifesting financial independence while being a stay-at-home mom? Husband works away. I'm alone 24/7. Grateful he makes money, but feeling very unsafe for my own future due to fully depending. Thanks. Oh, there's a few things in there. Ooh. Okay, stay-at-home moms. I love the stay-at-home moms. Y'all are so good at manifesting, and then you beat yourself up on it. Right? Okay. Take some credit. What's going on here? Is someone FaceTiming me? Can you guys hear this? Okay. All right, turn that off. Sorry. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. I don't even know how that happened. Okay, stay-at-home moms. Stay-at-home moms are so good at manifesting. Okay, you've manifested yourself into a reality where you don't have to work to make the money come in. Okay, so but then a lot of times they'll beat up on themselves, like, yeah, but I didn't work, or I'm not independent, or I didn't do it. Okay. Want you to step into the understanding that I manifested this situation for myself. I manifested the ability to allow myself to be taken care of. So let's go back to the first thing I talked about here on this list with trust, becoming more childlike, because children just trust that they're going to be taken care of. Children don't go off to work. Children don't have financial goals. Children aren't paying taxes. They just show up and expect things are going to work out, and then things work out for them. And so I want you to step into that understanding that I'm doing that. I am manifesting. I'm manifesting a really good situation for myself. I'm manifesting money. Not my husband's manifesting money and I'm leeching off of him. Okay. That's what's getting in the way. If you take ownership for I manifested this lovely situation for myself, I've manifested abundance for myself, I'm manifesting money without having to do anything, well, then you're going to start to replicate that in your reality. And then other ways of it coming into you are going to find you. Okay. So I'm glad you're grateful to him. That's good. Be appreciative, but don't give him all the credit. This is your situation that you manifested for yourself. Okay. It's great that he's manifesting money, but you aligned with him. Got to give yourself credit for that. Don't give the credit for the money away. Take the credit for I'm manifesting money. Love my stay-at-home moms. You guys are doing it so well and you think you're not. Annette, Hi, Andrea. Is it possible to manifest an ex that thinks he doesn't thinks he doesn't want to come back to me? I love that. He just thinks he doesn't want to come back. Yeah, absolutely. But what do you think? I think you might already kind of think the way that you phrase that's just so cute that it's almost like, yeah, he thinks he doesn't want it, but he does. So I kind of feel like you already kind of have a bit of that feeling like he might come back. So that's good. Um, just kind of put it away. He'll come back. He knows what's good for him. That's the attitude. He'll come back when he knows what's good for him. He'll be back. He'll be back. It's like you guys. It's a terrible movie for high vibration. But have you ever seen Scarface? And there's this scene where Al Pacino's talking about Michelle Pfeiffer leaving, and he's like, another Quaalude. She'll be back. That's the kind of attitude you want to have about exes. If it's that cavalier, if you really feel distraught that they're gone, it's better to just put them away for a while until the feelings die down. But if you already kind of feel like he just thinks he doesn't want to take that attitude, another Quaalude, he'll be back. But don't give him Quaaludes. Proof rock. Every time I see my mom, she yells at me that I spent all my money and don't have anything coming in. I'm trying to ignore the 3D, but her voice in my head seems to override all my progress. Moms can do that because mom's voice been in your head a long time. Okay? Don't fight against it. Similar advice I gave before. Well, this is just old programming. That's it. And really dialing into the most important thing, which is that you need to stay in alignment with what you want to be doing. Okay. You don't want to manage your finances or your work life or anything according to somebody else's objectives. Because the second we start doing that and listening to mom instead of this or this, that's when we step out of alignment. Because if your heart is telling you, go buy this or go do this, that's the move that's in alignment for you. If you stop yourself because mom doesn't agree, now you're not moving in alignment and you're not going to manifest positive results. So, especially when you guys have issues like with parents, especially because parents are the ones that are going to have the highest degree of hold on most of you because they've been around the longest. Most of you, not all of you. They have that hold over you. Learning how to navigate yourself according to this, first and foremost, is the most important. You got to figure that out. Mom's opinion has nothing to do with my guidance. I have to follow this. And if this means that's going to piss off mom, sorry, mom, it's nothing personal. I can't help it that this is where I'm led. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. You have to understand what you're supposed to be doing is what you're called to do, not what your mom told you to do. You gotta trust this. Okay. And you do that by making as many decisions based on this as possible. And if somebody else doesn't like it, oh, well, sorry, I'm not trying to offend you. This is just what I have to do. Okay. All right. Just a reminder, guys. Again, I do have a membership program. I know Mary put a link to it in the chat, but feel free, Mary, to drop it in again. The membership program has lots of content not seen on YouTube. I have over 300 manifesting resources and counting. I do send out new downloads every single month, and you get login access to my app. If you're interested in checking out that membership program, again, Mary's going to drop the link into the description for you. Make sure to subscribe, like the video. Oh, we got another super chat here. Andini, can you please explain again about money is not real? Yeah, money's not real. Okay, so nothing's real because this is all just a big dream, first of all. So there's that. But if something was not real more than anything else, it would be money. Why? Because money isn't even, okay, so before, if you look historically, money is a new thing. Before money was a thing, human beings were still moving and shaking. So it's not like it's a natural thing that's grown from the ground. It's a man-made construct, okay? In addition to that, we think of money as being dollars and cents, as it being something tangible that you can hold in your hand. But the vast majority of money is not tangible money. It is imaginary numbers that somebody typed into a keyboard and put into your bank balance. And it could be just as easily written over with zeros or with millions. It's an imaginary number. That's it. Okay? Hope that makes sense. And that's an important concept to understand, because if money is imaginary, great, I can imagine more. And I don't need to take it so seriously because it's not real. Hope that helps. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. I got to wrap things up. Sorry about the lawn care guys. They usually get here right now. But thanks so much for joining me today. I do appreciate it. I'm going to be back on next Thursday. So next Thursday, on Sunday, I'm not going to be here. I've got some holiday stuff I got to do. But next Thursday, I will be back. So if you want to catch me for another one, swing on back here and I will see you then. All right, guys. It's nice seeing you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.